Can espresso still trump the modern day energy drink? We're going to talk about that today. Hello there, above average family. I am Above Average Cody, and welcome into another energy drink review. It's kind of an energy drink review with a theme in today's video. Today I have Starbucks Doubleshot Espresso, which we'll be using to review, but the question I want to bring up and talk about is, does espresso still compete with modern day energy drinks? And frankly, even if it doesn't, is espresso underrated overall? Because personally, I feel like it kind of is, and we're going to get into all of that in today's video. But overall, in today's video, we're still going to follow the same format for any of the energy drinks we review here on the channel. We're going to go over what this drink is, which is going to be very straightforward. We're going to go over how this espresso feels, and then we're going to go over how this espresso tastes, which really isn't going to be too much of the video because there's only so much I can say about that. But regardless, before we get into it, guys, we do these energy drink reviews on this channel every Saturday, so be sure to go down below and subscribe if you like energy drinks or if you just want to hear them being reviewed. And obviously, while you're down there, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of espresso and how you feel about the espresso versus energy drink debate that I'm bringing to the table today. So what is espresso? More importantly, Starbucks Doubleshot Espresso, and why am I bringing this to the table? Espresso is basically concentrated coffee. So you see people with their Nespresso little makers and the little cute little tiny cups. It's basically like a shot of coffee, but instead of just having less coffee, imagine the same amount of coffee, like one full cup of coffee, about 100 milligrams of caffeine, condensed into that little tiny cup that you see people with that make espresso. That's basically espresso, and you can get like espresso shots in your coffee, which is just concentrated coffee they're putting in your regular coffee and you don't notice it. Now, espresso traditionally has a much stronger taste because, again, it's the same thing but concentrated. It's the same idea like Gatorade powder, you know, they concentrate the Gatorade into a powder. But the reason I want to bring this conversation up is because it's kind of the same idea as energy drinks. Energy drinks are getting smaller and they're starting to have much more caffeine. But that's basically what espresso is. It's coffee in smaller amounts with more caffeine. So I wanted to really bring this to the table to try it and see if it competes with like a 300 milligram of caffeine energy drink or energy shot. And really quick, espresso is interesting because they do use cream, so you get 140 calories, 6 grams of fat, 18 carbs, and 4 protein. I like the protein personally because I work out quite often, so anywhere I can get a couple extra grams of protein is cool. But it's literally just brewed espresso, reduced fat milk, sugar, cream, skim milk. And it's literally just espresso and cream in a can. You pay quite a bit for it. Espresso is traditionally more expensive. It is a double shot, I think, because it is technically 2 shots of espresso. I think 1 shot of espresso would normally be about half of this. Back to the reference of the little tiny teacup, which is just, it's literally a shot, guys. You make it and then you go 1 shot of espresso, that's it. But how does espresso feel? And this is where the comparison to an energy drink is going to come in. The one thing I want you guys to think about is you drink a lot less. So rather than a 12-ounce energy drink, a 16-ounce energy drink, you literally only have 6.5 ounces of this to drink. So I had one of these first thing this morning. I wanted to really see how it is when I have no caffeine in my system, I'm tired, and when I normally have my cup of coffee. And let me tell you, this stuff hits probably faster than any energy drink. Obviously, if you're like chugging it back, it's an energy drink could hit the same. But I don't know about you guys. When I crack an energy drink, I tend to try to enjoy it a little bit. But it's comparable to, believe it or not, a 5-hour energy. Sometimes I choose to go for the 5-hour energy over a big can of energy drink because sometimes I just don't want to drink that much. You know, I'd rather drink some water. I'd rather drink something else. I don't want to commit myself to a whole event of drinking a large energy drink. So I'll go with a 5-hour energy because it's less drinking and it hits me way harder, and that's where I felt with the espresso. I don't think anything has hit me faster than getting halfway through this little Starbucks espresso can. It hits you so fast. It traditionally, again, if you're just sipping on your energy drink, espresso hits way faster and harder than an energy drink does. And you get no jitters, 0 jitters. At least I don't. It doesn't make me anxious. It doesn't make me super energized. It just makes me feel overall good and overall awake, which is awesome. And I think it is underrated in that aspect because people think, oh, coffee can't give me the boost that an energy drink does. You know, energy drink has a ton of caffeine, hits me way better. No, this has 150 milligrams of caffeine. It's not listed on the can because coffee kind of varies. It depends on how strong the brew is, how strong the espresso is, but you can look it up, and these cans generally have roughly 150 milligrams. So that tells us one shot of espresso is about 75, but not the main point I'm making here. The main point I'm making is it's underrated because people assume, since people are making all these energy drinks and things like that, that it must be better than having coffee. No, espresso is literally just strong coffee. It's like the energy drink coffee, if you will. And I think that this, honestly, it hits faster, but I won't say it feels better, because as for prolonged energy, I felt like the espresso ran out, if you will, faster than an energy drink would. An energy drink gives me longer energy with less of a crash. I mean, the espresso wasn't exactly a crash, but I didn't feel the prolonged effects of it. I felt it for a couple hours, and then boom, I was kind of back to where I was when I started. I mean, some people might call that a crash. I wouldn't, because I didn't feel worse than I did before I had it, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like I do get longer energy or longer time of feeling energized from an energy drink as opposed to the espresso. I guess depending on what you want, I guess it varies which is better and which isn't, but we'll make a final comparison at the end of the video. Really quick, I want to bring up how this tastes. So I'm not a big Starbucks drinker. I never go to Starbucks. I just don't think their coffee is very good overall. That's just me. That's a horrible take. I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but this drink's amazing. They are fantastic at making their canned and sealed beverages. Perfect amount of cream, perfect amount of coffee taste, because again, espresso is strong. For most people who don't like drinking black or strong coffee, they do not like espresso because it's a very strong, punch you in the mouth coffee taste. But this is perfect coffee taste, perfect amount of cream, not too creamy, not too coffee-y, if that makes sense. Wicked good. The dangerous thing is I could probably drink the entire 4-pack of these in one sitting, and it just tastes so good, guys. And if you like coffee, you will absolutely love the Starbucks espresso and cream, and I promise you that. Now, the comparison between this and an energy drink, which I do want to talk briefly about, so if you want fast, hard-hitting energy, I really do think the espresso and cream hits faster than an energy drink will, assuming you're drinking it at a moderate pace and you're not chugging it. And again, it is concentrated, so every sip, you're essentially getting more caffeine than you would with an energy drink, because it's just spread out over more liquid. That's just basic knowledge at this point, since I've already said it 100 times. But so it does hit you harder, and this excludes like 5-hour energy, or like I know Bang has energy shots. I'm just talking about regular energy drinks. This hits faster, but the energy does not last as long. So overall, I mean, if you want the prolonged energy, if energy awakeness is what you're going for, I do think the energy drink is better for you in the long run. But if you're looking for just like a quick boost, maybe you don't want to drink much, again, only 6.5 fluid ounces, I think this is the go-to. So I think they both have their uses, and that brings me to espresso is extremely underrated. Again, I feel like these people who are or aren't coffee drinkers feel like, oh, if I need extreme energy, I need that Red Bull, I need that Bang, I need that Rain. You really don't. People act like espresso doesn't even exist. If you're a big coffee drinker, definitely start mixing espresso in here and there, and it's literally just espresso and cream. It's a very simple mixture, but again, the prolonged energy I feel like is a major drawback for a lot of people, because a lot of people who spend the $3 or $4 on the energy drink expect the energy to last a little longer. But personally, I think espresso is underrated. It tastes really good if done properly, like Starbucks does with the Doubleshot Espresso, and it gives you a hard kick right off the bat without all the jitters, and that's something very good I can say about it. But enough talk about that. Hopefully you guys were able to draw something from this. In terms of espresso and coffee beverages, I'm going to give the Starbucks Doubleshot Espresso a 9.5 out of 10. It was very good. Again, the taste was phenomenal. The boost was phenomenal. Energy didn't last too long, but I did drink it very quickly, and I still had a lot of the day ahead of me, so it was kind of inevitable that I eventually took a bit of a crash. But neither here nor there. That's really all I have to say. Mainly to wrap this up, Doubleshot Espresso from Starbucks is very good. espresso is very underrated, and espresso is still very good in comparison to energy drinks, but they each have their own uses. And that's all we got for today, guys. Be sure to go down below and subscribe to the channel. I believe we are 52 subscribers away from that big goal of 1,000 subs. While you're down there, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know if you think espresso is underrated, and if you need a quick boost of energy, what are you going for? Are you going for the Bang or Monster? Are you going for the Doubleshot Espresso next time? Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.